Welcome to Skijor Central, the global media hub for everything Skijor. We thought we'd start our talk today with a little game of Name That Tune. Do you recognize that song? Taking It to the Streets by the Doobie Brothers, 1976. We thought it would be a great song to begin this talk because we were going to talk about skijoring down streets and where it all began. So most likely the first time that skijoring was happened on a street was in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, during their winter carnival. The winter carnival there started in 1914. And while I don't have evidence that there was skijoring in that particular year, there certainly was in the decades to follow. It became a rich tradition that continues today, where riders and their horses from around the area pull children down the street for fun on Saturday, one of the days of the carnival. But what happened back in 1949 or so is that people from Leadville went to Steamboat to see the carnival, and they were looking for ideas of things to do at their own winter carnival called the Crystal Carnival. Well, they saw the skijoring and they said, let's bring this back, but let's add a twist, or two, or three. So they created an obstacle course for the skiers. They added gates, they added jumps, and they added rings, and they made it into a timed event that was competitive. At first, it wasn't down Harrison Avenue, which is the main street in Leadville, and that's where it's held today. In fact, it's going on just now, this weekend. But that's traditionally where it is now. And there are 20,000 people or more that watch over 100 teams race down Harrison Avenue. I have photographic evidence of skijoring down streets as early as 1930 in Jackson, Wyoming. And back then, it was just an all-out sprint. The cowboys and the horses would pull skiers side by side in tandem down a snowy street right past the Ward Hotel. I also have a photograph from the 1950s of a similar activity in Aspen, Colorado. Now, besides Leadville, there are races in Silverton, in Grand Lake, and next weekend in Telluride, where tracks will be built on the streets and teams will compete. The other fun fact that relates to the song I just played for you is that in 1976, the Winter Olympics were bound to go to Denver, Colorado. Well, the community voted it down, and had they not, it is very possible that skijoring would have been included as a cultural celebration, as an exhibition or demonstration sport. We're very hopeful that with the growth of skijoring, its 100-plus year rich history, that perhaps we have a chance of doing a demonstration at a future Olympics, either in 2030 in Chamoix, France, which is where skijoring made its first Winter Olympic appearance as a demonstration sport in 1924, in Salt Lake City in 2034, or perhaps in the future in Saint Moritz, Switzerland, or in Lake Placid, New York, where the Winter Olympics may go in future years. Lake Placid has a history of skijoring because I have photographs of people at Mirror Lake that are skijoring more in a recreational fashion. And then, of course, in Saint Moritz, Switzerland, we still have the event called White Turf that has been happening since 1907 on the Lake of Saint Moritz. That's an event in which there are no riders on the horse. The skiers instead are reining the horses from behind. And skijoring was in the Winter Olympics in 1928 as a demonstration sport in Saint Moritz as well. So we have Olympic ambitions. Right now we have a rich tradition in many of our towns, on the streets primarily of Colorado, but of course in many other states across the country and in Canada and other countries around the world where people don't necessarily skijor down streets, but on racetracks, in fairgrounds, or in hayfields. So thanks so much for your support. We'll see you again next time.